but an astute and an incredible coach as well. It was amazing to watch.
Like, yes, there was no future for this game in terms of raw talent, in terms of who really represent what football is supposed to be. Because fans are supposed to be entertained when they go watch football. But in the last decade, if you ask me, Ronaldo lacked that energy this time around because of his age, and it was a problem for Portugal. But unfortunately, like you said, the coach kept him there and kept stopping everybody around him except him, and that was the focal point. Was the problem because Portugal had no strength in the middle of the attack. Everything was coming from the wings, and it was for me. It was an issue for them, and I hope that he will retire after this game so that they can build this squad of players now who just evaporate like that. By the time they're ready for work. Transit TV, welcome back to our Euro 2024 studios. Today, what a game! It was electric. Spain against Germany. This is the best game of the tournament so far. I don't think we're going to find any other game that's going to be better than more interesting. And this is in all ramifications. The commitment the players showed, the physicality, the quality, there was just, you couldn't even catch your breath as a fan. I don't know how the players themselves managed to run this show for 120 minutes. If fans, spectators couldn't catch their breath this way. Ubu, my brother, I don't know, I'm sure you watched the game. What's your intro to this one? I don't even know where to start from on this one. It was just a magnificent game. It's been a very long time I watched a game of this quality, international level of this magnitude. It was just something else to talk about. I don't know. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Reggie. Great to be on Transit, and it was simply incredible. You saw two well-coached, well-marshaled, well-prepared teams slog, it out. Each person went against the other person. The other person went back against, the initial person. So it was wonderful to see the best players on parade. There was a lot of passion. There was youth. There was experience. There was skill, there was, great technique, great passing, great organization. It was intense, and every minute of it, you couldn't look away. It was just amazing. And to think of the two coaches, we'll get more into it, but think of a 36-year-old guy probably going against a guy twice his age on the other side, less heralded, less lauded, less popular, but an astute and an incredible coach as well. It was amazing to watch.
Yes, and like you rightly said, I don't even know where to start from on this one. This game started from the first blast of the whistle. It was just electric. Both sides denied each other spaces. It couldn't just do nothing. It was toe to toe. The first, I think we had just one or two shots on target the first half of that game. And he only took the second half before the game opened up. And it was just something else. Let's look at, I want to talk about a few players. Because, like you mentioned, if you want to go into the technical aspect of the game, there is, what are you going to talk about and leave the other? Is it the structure? Is it the way these coaches deployed their team? And the most interesting thing about it was that these two teams did not sit back. They came to win. They came to play football. They came to attack. They came to attend the fans. They came to, they play with belief and they play with pride. But there's one 16-year-old Yamal, Yamal. I know maybe talking about him now is almost like a broken record, but we still have to do it. I looked at this young man, 16-year-old. I remember the last game, the round of 16 game, I want to mention something that there's a law in Germany that there's only how far a teenager can go at the workplace. I think by 11 or 11 p.m., every 16-year-old at work to be home. So they are not even sure how far they could keep him in the stadium. That's how young this dude is. I don't know what you made of him today.
It's incredible. He's been talking about passing. They just told him last week that he passed his exams. He took his exams while there in Germany. And it's unthinkable the level of maturity that this young man plays with, constantly under pressure. He's a key man for Spain. You're carrying your country's hopes on your shoulders at 16, at senior level. I mean, he definitely is, I don't know, probably one of the best we've seen so far lately at this stage with the way he's performing. And it's not about height. What I love about this young man is that it's all about efficiency. He's very efficient, right? I'm not going to see him getting injured anytime soon. Knock on wood, because of the way he plays. He doesn't play to call, draw fouls. He doesn't play to the gallery. He goes direct. He finds a pass. He lets us in. He has 3 assists already in this tournament to lead the assist charts. Lamar, man, I don't even know where to start. Like you said, any credit he deserves, he has earned because any credit he gets, he deserves and has earned because of the way that he has played. I think that Spain should wrap this young man in cotton wool and just give him what he wants, make sure his life is comfortable because they're going to enjoy his services for a very long time.
Yeah, and it's good you said all that, and that's the technical side of things. But the one other aspect that I would love to highlight is he puts his head down and gets to work. There's no drama. There's no seeking of attention. He's not trying to,
Right.
now I've arrived. If you kick me, I'm going to roll over the pitch and get sent off. He's not involved in it. If he gets kicked, he stands up and he goes again. He don't, there's no attachment to him than just to get, play football and help his team to win games. And for me, this is a very good example for young players. And to be honest, at the generation now, there's a lot of them. The clubs are doing a good job of guiding this young generation of players. If you remember, the generation before this one, we had a lot of disciplinary issues. Talk about the Greenwoods, talk about Dele Alli, talk about all these players. They had issues, disciplinary issues you could see that they had quality, but they couldn't really carry themselves well. But this generation of Saka, Odegaard, Foden somehow was heading that way, but they've curtailed him. Yamal now, there's so many young players coming up. This could be many of all these boys. They look like they are a little bit more level-headed. And for a very long time, yes, we've enjoyed this beautiful game of football. But there was a gap. There was a time it looked like there was no future for this game in terms of raw talent, in terms of people who really represent what football is supposed to be. Because fans are supposed to be entertained when they go watch football. Well, in the last decade, if you ask me, it's not really been that. Since the Ronaldinhos, the Romarios, the R9 that left, it looked like the game was starved of real raw talent. It's beginning to look like those days are coming back to the game. I don't know what how you see the aspect of our conversation.
Yeah, I agree. And I think credit has to go to certain academies. La Masia in Barcelona remains a focal point. The Spanish national team is enjoying the services of a cream of young stars that emerged from La Masia. For all of Real Madrid's successes, Champions League, league titles, and all that, I can't remember the last time a product came from the academy that has gotten to the main team as making a difference for Spain as a nation. Yeah. So I think that's something that needs to be recognized. Gavi, Pedri, now Lamar, even Ferran Torres,
that
Omo.
Yeah, Omo. I mean,
Danny Olmo, yes. All of them came from La Masia, you know? And so a lot of credit needs to go to that academy for bringing up the boys that they brought up. Yes, and yeah, you're right. There's emerging talent now being given a chance at the highest level, and they have the temperament, in addition to the talent, the skill, to thrive at the top, and be able to handle all the trappings of wealth and everything that comes with it.
Yeah. I agree with you completely, and I hope that these players will continue the way their direction they are going and keep their talent and serve us the what we want to enjoy watching this game. Can you quickly speak to Chelsea fans about Cucurella?
My goodness, Cucurella was incredibly impressive to me. I mean, I saw the Cucurella I saw at Brighton, right? He was up and down, very, very, tactically sound in the way he dealt with the opposition. He faced some really, really tough customers in Joshua Kimmich and Leroy Sané. He nullified Leroy Sané. Sané couldn't do anything, in the first half, and he played really well. What I loved most was his, things you cannot buy in defense, and that's that sixth sense that puts you in a position where when every other defender has been committed, you are there to make that difference.
It looks easy in the eye.
But, yeah, it makes it look easy, but it's not easy. It takes someone that's constantly thinking and constantly reading plays. So no, I saw him two times where he was the last defender that if he hadn't been there, it would have been an easy goal for Germany. But he was there tracking and tracking and tracking up to the last man and preventing the goal from being considered. So yes, a lot of credit to Cucurella. I hope that Chelsea fans have seen him, and he's a young man that they need to get behind. He's going to help them, go a very long way. They've sold Matson now. I believe they are trusting Chilwell and Cucurella to carry them forward in that position. So they might as well. He has proven so far that he has it. He has it. He's in the semifinals playing for a top side like Spain. So, I mean, nobody should dispute his talent or his ability to deliver. It's all about just getting the right, system in place and supporting him on and off the pitch.
Yes. And the angle I want to look at this is the reason why, sometimes he said that we fans need to be careful with these players and also making a case for coaching. I remember the last episode that we had, I kind of retracted that. I was the time I was guilty of accusing Pep Guardiola that maybe he goes to where there is money to buy good players. But, recent happenings has shown that you can still have those good players and not achieve nothing with them. Cucurella has played under the coaches in Chelsea. And as far as Chelsea fans are concerned, it was a mistake of a buy. I don't think any Chelsea fan will want Cucurella to leave their club after watching him play in these Euros. And this tells you what a system and coaching can do to a player's ability. I'm really impressed with him, and I hope for the sake of football that he comes back to the league with this form and this attitude, and give Chelsea fans and EPL fans this kind of quality to enjoy week in, week out as a player in Chelsea. Another player I would love to speak about in that Spanish team is Rodri. I know it's nothing new, but bro, what a stalwart. I don't. I'll leave that one to you, bro.
Yeah, it beggars belief. His level of consistency, level of service delivery every game. He is there making those very, very, very crucial tackles. Applies a level of intensity that bothers. He plays on the edge. The referee is wondering, should I give this guy a yellow or not? Because, he doesn't look wicked. He doesn't come across as
that kind of stuff. We don't know if he's a yellow.
But that guy is a professional. He's a pro, seasoned pro in doing those kind of tackles. You look at it as okay, I'll let it go. It's not intentional, it's not malicious, but it's
Yeah,
effective.
it's something very crucial, a transitional
Yeah,
in the opponent.
yes, over and over and over. So, again, those are the things that you cannot buy. Easily the best midfielder in the world, as far as I'm concerned, offensively and defensively. He is incredible. And one thing I've noticed about Rodri that I respect so much. You see, if you play the midfield, the best midfielders or the most effective midfielders are the midfielders that tend to do forward passes when it's easier to do a sideways pass. I don't know how to explain it, but I've seen this guy do it
Yeah,
over
you're
and
talking about
over
passes
and
that break
over.
the lines, and
Passes that break. Thank you,
that's what Partey brings to Arsenal midfield.
man. He does it even when he's extremely tired.
Yeah,
He knows the opponents are extremely tired. He keeps putting those balls in there. You're wondering where is this guy getting all the strength in his legs? Still make this kind of passes at this time of this game. He keeps making them.
the one that kills me is the Loftek ones. The one that he lifts,
Yeah.
both sides of the pitch with ease, like you said. You just do Loftek kick to the left, to the right with ease, and just stay there. And he defends, he protects the defense even almost 100 meters away from the post. The one is always 5 steps from where the ball is. 5 steps from where the ball is. If you go this side, the game is happening here, he's 5 steps behind it. You go to the middle, he's 5 steps behind it. You go to the right, I don't know, his ability to read the game is second to none. I don't know. There's a reason why City never loses a game that he played on. I think that's the only lost one game that he played in, which was the FA Cup final.
And it's crazy because for me, he also typifies and signifies, shows me the simplicity of football, the beauty of simplicity in football. Yeah, he might have his teammate 10 yards, 5 yards, 2 yards from him. He still touches that ball for the guy, moves, gets it back. Right? Well, one thing that frustrates me players that touch the ball way too many times because they call themselves midfielders. You don't need to touch the ball 5 times, 6 times before you release it. Touch, move. The more you do that stuff, the more you weigh your opponents down. If I were to be a coach, I will keep restricting my team to 2-3 touches until it becomes second nature to them. Because that's the beauty of football.
Yeah, when I used to run my academy, the players used to be frustrated. I would do it for 1 hour, 2 touches.
Yeah.
2 touches, and it makes you run into space. If you drop it, you move into space.
Yes.
Before you make a transition to the next opponent's half. Yeah, Rodri is magnificent, and he continued with what he was doing for City during the season. And Spain is they are very, very lucky. He's a luxury player to have. I don't know, because it makes that team tick. All these players, all these Yamal, all these people we're talking about, I'm not sure they have been as effective as they are without Rodri. He stations himself in the middle of that park and just takes care of everybody in terms of, maybe, like you said, make a tackle when you made a mistake. I was supposed to hurt the team. He's there to clean it up. He just does this thing. Spain as a team, we have been saying it. I think right now they are the favorites to win this era. I don't think anybody will. But though we know football, sometimes he also can spin on his head for us. But I don't see anybody. France don't look good. I don't see anybody that will win space.